Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. I hope your New Year's got off to a peaceful and calm start. Yes, please. All right, so I'm excited about this page today in my journal because it's a brand new journal and it's my word for the year. So before I kind of dive in here and tell you what my plans are, I want to let you know that the doors to the membership are open and there's a free preview. There's several different areas within the membership that are free for you to view so you can get an idea if this is for you, and so you can see all of the content, all of the goodness that's within the membership. So I will leave the link down below in the YouTube description box, and you can head on over there and check that out if you would like, and check out the free preview. And then what was the other thing I was going to tell you? I don't think there's anything else right this second. The supplies to what I'm doing today will be, there'll be a link down below in the YouTube description box that takes you to the blog that gives you all the links and shows you all that stuff. So all the stencils that I use today will be on sale. That's it. All right, so let's take a look. So here is my brand new journal. Look, let's see here. Oh, I see I've already messed it up. I missed a page. Oh, well. Oh, that's so me. So here we are. And this is a little bit smaller than what I have done before. This is 9 by 12 folded in half. 9 by 12 sheet folded in half. So that's what I've got. But I had a lot of this paper laying around, so I decided to go for it. And what I've done so far is I have just gessoed with my roller, and then after I dried the gesso, I came back with my Utrecht gesso and just with my palette knife did some scraping, and then I used one of my stencils to create a little bit of pattern just with gesso, and that's all that I have done so far. So my plan is I'm obviously going to do a wash over this at the end. I'm hoping that what I'm thinking is going to work. So for now, though, this is going to be like it is for a second. And I did use, this is the, gosh, I don't even know the names of my own stencils. These are the stencils that I have out, that I have a plan to use. This is Simple Branches. This is Positive Words. This one, if it doesn't have the name on it, I don't know. And then this is Vintage Crosses. It's the small version. I'm using all 6x6 stencils today because I need smaller pattern. Because what I want to do is I want to create, here's my idea. So I want to get a bunch of collage papers. This is a paint chip, and this is actually kind of my guide for size, and I'm not sure if I'm going to cut them down or not, but I want to create a pattern, and I want some neutrals like with some vintage papers, and I want some bold pattern. But I have out here, I have my blues and greens collage papers, and I have my magenta collage papers. And then I have a whole stack of goodness on the other side. But what I want to do is I want to go through and find a variety, a real variety of papers that, you know, maybe some dark green. Ooh, even this kind of star one would be kind of cool. And even if I don't use them, I want to maybe just cut them out so I can kind of audition them. And then I also want to find some that are maybe don't have quite as much pattern on, maybe like this one. This would be a good one. If I pull that out. And then I want to take my stencil and stencil onto it. So I want a real variety of these little squares. And then I also want, I also want to I'm bringing out my Posca pens because I want to create some writing on here. And I want to write for myself some of the meaning for my word for the year. So, and I'm going to choose, so this is, and I'm just going to give you an example. So this is blue. I'm going to choose kind of a complementary color or something that's going to stand out, that'll create contrast. And I might just write, you know, whatever is on my mind about my word for the year. And then I have my little template here, and then I will just cut it out. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm okay with that. But I want to have a variety so that I can move them around and kind of balance them out on my page. So there's that one. So you can see how just the little bit can really add a lot of variety. I want some blacks and some neutrals, and I want some colors. And then I also want the pattern on there to kind of really bring interest. And I kind of like the diagonal, to be honest with you. Like maybe if I put it up off the page. So I'm still kind of playing with the idea, and I don't know yet if I want to overlap them like that. That's kind of cool. Oh, I like that. Or maybe I just, you know, kind of butt them up together like that. Oh, that's good too, though. So see, I have to kind of audition things out just a little bit. But I want to take that around here to, you know, the other side, of course. But I also want to be able to create some marks and some writing and some memories on these little squares that are going to kind of reflect my my word for the year. And that might even end up being some photos. As I'm talking to you, it's kind of like percolating through, like, oh yeah, that would be kind of a good idea too. So I have to kind of think about it just a little bit, but that is my plan. And then I'll put everything down with probably my matte gel, because some of these pages are a little bit thicker and some are thinner. See, like this pop of orange is just so dynamite. Love it. So I want a real variety of colors. And then I want, once I get everything down and I create this space for my word, then I want to come back and do this really soft wash to kind of mute it. And I'm going to use raw umber and to kind of pick up the texture. So I'm not going to take the papers all the way out to the edge, is my plan. But really, honestly, everything can change. So that's what I've got so far. So that's my plan for my page. We'll see how it goes. I'm still kind of formulating some of the ideas, but it happened, this page kind of happened because my word for the year is curious. And I know it felt a little odd at first, but when I started kind of breaking down that word, for me, it means me asking myself, what if? What if I tried this fun new square page kind of thing? What if I decided to choose joy? What if I could heal? What if I tried new things in my business? What if that question, that curiosity of, can I do this? Will I do this? And how do I make that happen? I want to be curious in my soul. I want to ask myself those questions. How can I? What if I? What would it look like if I did this? I want to be curious about what's on the other side of growth, on the other side of my art, on the other side of healing, on the other side of so many things. I want to be curious. I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to feel stuck in pain and bitterness and anger and all of those kinds of things. I want to be curious about joy. I want to be curious about how I can make my relationships better. I want to be curious, like childlike curiosity. There's little fear so often within children when they're just being joyful and curious. And I deal with fear all the time. And so being curious is scary to me because I'm asking myself, what if the things that I'm afraid of aren't really that scary? What if I chose to love the person that's hard to love? What if there's so many things that I wrote down about being curious and asking myself what and how and why and all of those kinds of things when you think about being curious about anything new, anything changing, anything. And so as I dive into the new year and I dive into this word, I truly want to be curious about so many things within myself, within my business, within my relationships. I want it to change and grow. And the only way that happens is if I take action and I ask myself those questions. How would it look if I was less fearful? What would it take? All of those how, what, where, why questions. And so, and I say that all with an ounce of grace for myself as well. And I hope that whatever goals and words that you choose for this new year, that you always temper it with grace for yourself and for others. All right, my loves, that's my intention for this page and the inspiration behind it. Now we'll see if I can actually make it happen the way that I think that it will happen. But I'm going to say, what if for this page? What if I try this? What if I do this? What if I do something different? And that's my job for the year. What if? All right, my loves. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope that you ask yourself the questions too, even if it's not your word. We can grow and learn a lot that way. And I hope your Sunday's restful and peaceful, and I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.